All right, now we'll call the Sewer Utility District Commission meeting to order and call the roll.
Mr. Strelchuk? Here. Mr. Bushy?
Try pressing it again.
Here.
Commissioner Meyer? Commissioner Hanchard?
Here.
Commissioner Garrell? Here. Commissioner Parrish?
Here.
Commissioner Schneider?
Here.
Commissioner Gebhardt?
Here.
And Commissioner Nervin.
Here. First up, we have approval of the minutes from January 10th.
Approval. Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments, corrections, etc.? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The minutes are approved. Next up, we have resolutions. Resolution 4033. Resolution approving award of a design contract for the replacement of Ranch Road Lift Station E to Applied Technologies of Brookfield, Wisconsin, in the amount of $514,205.
I'd move to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments? Maybe a brief overview from staff, just so the public knows what's going on.
Yes, good evening, commissioners. Thank you. This contract award for design of a replacement lift station follows previous work on condition assessments and design memos to identify a location for relocation of the existing lift station facility. There's also been a series of public information meetings with nearby residents. And as this design process moves forward, there'll be public information meetings with renderings of the new proposed lift station. Those renderings will be prepared in collaboration with Department of Community Development, and the public information meetings will allow for resident feedback. In addition to the core contract for the lift station, where the new lift station requires gravity sewer connections and force main connections, there are additional capacity improvements in the design contract. And staff plans to bring back any items that need to be discussed regarding budget and financing. And right now we're in a position to have adequate funding from the capital account for the design and anticipate being able to self-fund for the lift station. But some of these additional capacity improvements may require a closer look, so staff will plan to bring that back in the future.
Thank you. Any questions from the commission? Commissioner Boucher.
Thank you. I'm looking at packet page 4. So Applied Technologies is $3,100 less than SEH. However, the hours are about 85% for the second bid here. And I'm just wondering, with it being perhaps completed sooner, and if are there any other differences other than it just being $3,000 lower, or were there other reasons to go with recommendation ATI?
Yes, thank you, Commissioner Bushy. The Applied Technologies worked on the condition assessment and a series of memos, so they're very familiar with the Mequon facilities. And their presentation to staff and the selection committee was received very well by their focus on getting staff's input on the design of the facility that eventually will be owned, operated by the sewer utility. So their focus on making sure it's something that staff and the sewer maintenance crew is comfortable with was one of the main factors, as opposed to this is what you're going to get, and that's because of the industry standards. So that was one aspect of Applied Technologies. They're a good company to work with, and another aspect was their openness to having the different different design factors considered as opposed to just saying this is the one path that we're going to go down, essentially. You're welcome.
Any other questions? I think we got a motion and a second already. Hearing and seeing none. If you support the resolution, please indicate aye when your name is called.
Commissioner Strelchuk? Oops, sorry.
Aye.
Commissioner Meyer?
Aye.
Commissioner Hancher?
Aye.
Commissioner Garrell? Commissioner Parrish?
Aye.
Commissioner Schneider?
Aye.
Commissioner Gebhardt? Commissioner Nervin?
Aye.
Who do we have as motion and second on that?
We do. We have Parrish, motion, Myers.
ADHD moment, thanks.
Next, we have Resolution 4032, a resolution approving a contract to test and seal 218 sanitary sewer laterals in the Ranch Road Lift Station E area to Visu Sewer Incorporated of Pewaukee, Wisconsin, in the amount of $687,632. Perhaps just a brief overview of this item as well.
Yes, thank you, Commissioner Nervin. This contract work is to continue the sewer utilities' ongoing efforts to reduce infiltration of groundwater into building sewer laterals and to maintain capacity of the collection system during wet weather. In 2019, the sewer utility prepared a report that prioritized areas for sewer lateral work. Previous and some ongoing efforts include the Riverland Drive Lift Station H and the Riverdale Park Lift Station F areas. And now this project adds in the Ranch Road Lift Station E area. And the work focuses on testing and sealing laterals from the main, as that connection area near the main is where we're finding most of the leaks. Visu Sewer has worked on contracts in Mequon for decades, including rehabilitation of sewer mains, manholes, and laterals. And staff recommends entering into this contract.
Thank you. Yeah, for the public watching or those that might be new to the commission, one of the biggest problems with our sewers is the fresh water getting in, not the actual product we're trying to send down to Jones Island. So this will seek to limit that further and increase capacity in the sewers in those wet weather events, which is when we always have the problems with surcharging and pumping. Are there any questions from the commission? Commissioner Meyer.
The contract is set up to enter into each lateral from the main, and then there's a launch device which extends a sock or like a balloon that would inflate, and then it inflates, and if that pressure test fails, then grout would be injected.
No, I understand that. I appreciate the answer on it. What I'm saying is that it looks like you're budgeting for each one to have that work done. If that doesn't do that, if it doesn't fail, then they're not providing the new liner inside of it?
That's correct. The sealing would not take place if the test passes.
So that contract is an up to amount?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Because it would just say that it's awarded in the amount of 687, not up to that amount, so.
Yeah, the contract items are
So it could
a
be-
per each.
So it could be less.
Yes, it could be less. That's correct.
It's good clarification. Thank you. Commissioner Boucher.
Just a quick question, since this got reduced down to essentially one bidder, how does that 3,150 compare to recent work similar work that we've had done?
Oh, that's a good question, Commissioner Boucher. Let me bring up a slide that summarizes that as well. Because we had done some lining work previously, which was more expensive, and then we're doing clean out installation work right now, where we're launching to do grouting, and that's less expensive per each than lining. And this grouting work from the main is the least expensive of those three. So I can pull up some additional information if you'd like. Okay, that suffices.
Any other questions or comments regarding this item? Hearing none, I think we still need a motion on this, though.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, please indicate your support or lack thereof when your name is called.
Commissioner Strelchuk,
Aye.
Commissioner Bushy, Commissioner Meyer,
Aye.
Commissioner Hancher,
Aye.
Commissioner Garrell,
Aye.
Commissioner Parrish,
Aye.
Commissioner Schneider,
Aye.
Commissioner Gebhardt,
Aye.
Commissioner Nervin.
Aye. That brings us to Resolution 4031, resolution approving a contract award to construct a parallel force main for Tamerman Drive Lift Station O to Mid-City Corporation of Butler, Wisconsin, in the amount of $738,265.
Yes, this contract work again is to continue the sewer utilities' ongoing efforts to maintain the system capacity and avoid wet weather capacity issues. A condition assessment was completed in 2017. Hydraulic modeling study was prepared in 2021. And following the 2022 sewer budget approval, the design of the capacity improvements for the Tamerlane Drive Lift Station O began. And this contract is to construct a parallel force main to add capacity to the lift station. And a second contract is anticipated in April to add or to replace the two pumps at the lift station. Due to the crossing of the Little Menominee and to minimize the disturbance of the road, directional drilling is anticipated for construction. While this will minimize the road restoration, a detour is anticipated during construction to avoid traffic conflicts. So for the eastbound traffic, there won't be a detour, but for the westbound traffic along County Line Road, the detour that's planned would go up Swan Road to Donges Bay to avoid this project area. And Mid-City's a reputable contractor and was the lowest qualified bid, and staff recommends the award.
Thank you. Any further questions from the commission or
Move
comments?
approval.
There's a motion.
Second.
There's a second. Any further comments? Hearing none, please say aye when your name is called if you support this resolution.
Commissioner Strelchuk, Commissioner
Aye.
Strelchuk, Commissioner Bushy, Commissioner Meyer,
Aye.
Commissioner Hancher,
Aye.
Commissioner Garrell,
Aye.
Commissioner Parrish,
Aye.
Commissioner Schneider,
Aye.
Commissioner Gebhardt,
Aye.
Commissioner Nervin.
Aye. That brings us to the end of the Sewer Utility Commission meeting. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.